Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you the quickest way to get a conversion campaign up and running that can end up making you thousands if you pick the right products. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a product that I've been running for the last few days that I stumbled across within AliExpress. I'm going to talk you through how I found it, how I made sure it was something I wanted to go with, which ad I actually used, how I went about creating my ad, and then what my sort of campaign structuring for this product was. Now this product is generating around £2,500 a day profit. So it's in about £2,500 a day profit with a 69% profit margin. So this is just a crazy product that I've come across. So I'm just going to talk you through the early stages, how I started this, just so you can see how simple it is to get something like this set up and how important it is to find that product that people actually want. So a bit of background on this product. I wasn't looking for a new product. I'd had no intentions of trying to launch a new product because I have other products running currently that are doing quite well. So I didn't want to sort of have too much going on at once, especially with the academy and everything, dealing with my students. It's kind of like balancing time. So I didn't want to spend too much time trying to find a new product, but I was actually within AliExpress. I was on AliExpress and I was in the dropshipping center. Just a side note on that, if you don't have the dropshipping center in your account, just drop AliExpress a message and they'll add that in there for you. But the dropshipping center allows you to look at hot dropshipping items. So, I'd been in my account, I'd just been placing some orders, I'd making sure everything was okay, and I decided to click into the dropshipping center, just a bit of a random sort of hunch that I wanted to go and have a look. And I clicked in here and I went to home and garden. Now, I was just having a browse. I wasn't expecting to get anything, but I stumbled across a product that sort of caught my eye. Now, it doesn't solve a problem, and this was kind of the first sort of thing that made me think, could this really sell? Because as you all know, I love to find products that solve problems. This didn't, but it did have a wow factor. It did have a mass market appeal, and I hadn't seen this anywhere locally, like in stores. So it hit some of the winning product criteria, but not all of them. So I was a bit, I wasn't quite sure if it was going to work, but I decided to give it a go anyway. So what I did, I'll just show you what I did here. So within the dropshipping center, let's just say it was this product that I'd found, okay? What I did was I took the URL from the product, clicked on product analysis here, pasted the link in, and I wanted to just see how many orders the product I was looking at was doing. So as you can see here, this water bottle for dogs, it's up and down, but it's averaging around 130, 140 orders a day maybe. Now the product I was looking at was doing 150 orders a day. So I knew it was kind of spending. I knew it was working. People were obviously buying this product. If you're doing 150 orders a day. So I thought, okay, right, I'm going to give it a go. I imported it into my store, did a really basic description, didn't spend too much time on it at all, and then I headed over into my ad account. Now, you may have seen a previous video that I did about carousel ads. Now, because I wasn't sure about this product and I didn't really want to put too much time or effort into it, I just kind of wanted to test its success very early on. I decided to run a carousel ad with this as well. Now, the pictures within the carousel were just the product photos. It wasn't really a product that needed explaining what it was. You kind of look at it and you know what it is. So it didn't need a fancy video. I didn't want to spend too much time doing it. This was just a really, really lazy way of setting up a product. I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to put time into it. I just wanted to get it out there just to test. So I found it through the dropshipping center. I uploaded it into my store using Oberlo, and then I basically wrote a really simple description and create a carousel ad. So I created this on a fan page, not on my business page. Create a fan page about this kind of niche the product sticks under, and I created a carousel ad in there. And my ad copy was really simple. I'm finding that really simple ad copies work the best. So something along the lines of, how much do you want this, or how cool is this? Something like that. Something that makes it look like it's a fan sort of a native, it's like a community has found this product and they're trying to sell it. None of this, 50% off, free shipping, all this sort of like drop shipping terminology that people are using when they're trying to sell products. This was just basically, how much do you want this product, available here, kind of thing. It was that simple with a carousel ad. So I did that, set it up, and I created these campaigns that you can see here. So obviously I'm blurring these out because I don't want people to see this currently because I am still running it. So on the 20th of August, you can see that I had these campaigns set up. Now, these two were the first two that I created. Okay, so these two were my initial tests. This one was a retargeting, and this was my scaling campaign. So I had two test campaigns, a retargeting campaign and a scaling campaign set up. And at the moment, I had nothing in my scaling campaign because I didn't know if it was going to work. This was actually created a few days later. But as you can see, on the 20th of August, nothing was spent. On the 21st of August, I spent 125 in total, and it brought in £603 with a ROAS of 4.83. And this is on the very first test. So these two campaigns are actually split. So the first campaign here, this was just targeting the UK using interest-based targeting, because remember, you can't run a PPE campaign to a carousel ad. So there's none of this, collecting 95% video viewers data. You were literally just going straight to conversion with a carousel ad and hitting the interests and doing it that way. That's kind of the method I've been using with this. This is the method I use on this exact campaign you're looking at right now. And it does work. It's a little bit more expensive and you're kind of having a bit of a stab in the dark, but it definitely works this way. So as you can see, this £100 a day campaign here was for the UK, and then this £300 a day campaign here was for top 4 countries, so the UK, Canada, Australia, and the US. So as you can see here, the two campaigns did really well. I was getting a 3 to 4% click-through rate on links, which is really good. My cost per click was so low. I was really shocked by this. It was 15p and 9p per click on a conversion purchase campaign, which just immediately was telling me like, this ad is working. I'm getting a massive click-through rate. My cost per clicks are tiny. Even my CPMs to those big countries are really low. So, this was working. And then, as you can see here, within the first day, I had 1,100 views on my product, 61 add to carts, 28 checkouts, and 22 purchases. Now, the conversion rate wasn't great, but what was working really well with this product was people were buying more than one. Okay, so I was buying this product for around £4, including the shipping, and I was selling it for $14.95. Now, it's a really low ticket kind of item, nothing crazy, nothing expensive. It was $14.95, and I basically used discounted upsells, the app. Just search for discounted upsells in the Shopify App Store and you'll find that. So what would happen is when somebody added a product to the cart, they'd get a message saying add another one for an extra 20% off. So it was kind of enticing them to add 2 to their cart, and I thought that was going to be enough. It increased my AOV. But what I was finding was people were actually buying upwards of 10 of these just in one order. So instead of having a $14.95 average order value, I was getting £149.50 average order value. Like, it was crazy. So bear in mind, it cost me £4. So my cost to send this to them was £40, yeah? And they were giving me £149. So it's kind of like £150. So I was making like £100, £110 profit on that one order, just on one order. So it was crazy how people were buying like multiples of this product. It was something I didn't expect, but I was very happy that it started to happen because it made everything so much easier. And as you can see here, my return on advertising spend was huge on the very first day. Bear in mind, my pixel hasn't optimized. I have no real lookalike data. This was just done to pure interests. So if I just jump into one of these campaigns, they're both identical. I'm using the same ad sets in each one. If I was doing this again, I wouldn't have done the UK one separately. I would just have the one campaign for top 4 and run it like that. If I just jump into this campaign, as you can see here, I have 10 ad sets. So I created 10 ad sets within this campaign, all with single interest. So, ad set 1, interest 1 with my carousel ad set 2, interest 2 with the same carousel ad, and so on. So that's what I was doing. As you can see here, if I just sort this by amount spent, on the very first day, it spent £35 in that campaign, because I started it quite late on at night. But as you can see here, that each of these interests were having amazing click-through rates. My cost per clicks were tiny, my CPMs were tiny, and it spent 35 and brought in 93, which is small. It is small, but I did start this quite late at night, and that's why some of these ad sets haven't really spent much, because it didn't have a chance to spend the money on it. But it was still profitable, albeit small profit, it was still profitable. But that was on the first day, so it was a really nice profit. So then on the 22nd, as you can see, I started to scale this quite quickly because of how successful this ad was going and how people were buying it and it was profitable. I decided just to, on the second day, go straight into my scaling campaign. So as you can see here, you know, we spent more than the £100 budget on that one. We spent 234 of the 300. Only spent £19 that 50 because I started that one quite late. And again, with the 2000, I spent that quite late. So I spent, you know, 515. But overall, I spent £881 and made almost £4,000 back on that, which was just crazy. And bear in mind, my profit margin is like 69% on this because of the multiple purchases people are doing on this product. So on day 2, this was just massive. And this is why I say this a lot to people, that winning products show themselves straight away. Yeah, like this on day 1. Yeah, day 1 it was profitable. Day 2 it was massively profitable. None of this, you know, like, don't think that you have to keep spending and a campaign is going to magically start making sales, because it's not. It's really not. If you have a product, people will buy it straight away. Now, when I launched this campaign, I launched it and I went and actually had to lie down on the sofa, okay? By the time this ad was approved and I got on that sofa, I'd made a sale. Like, my phone buzzed straight away and I went, what? No way. So I put the phone down. 5 minutes later, it buzzed again. I looked and it was another order. And I was like, wow, like, this is going to be a big product. And I knew straight away that this was going to be a big product. So if you just look at some of these metrics here, as you can see, I'm getting like a 4.3% click-through rate across all the campaigns. 121 orders in that day, giving me a 4.2 ROAS. Now, the stats on this, the metrics are just crazy. It's so cheap, but the ROASs are so high as well. And remember, this is just cold interest campaigns. No one's heard of me before. No one's seen the product before. I'm not retargeting anyone other than this, you know, this £20 retargeting thing here. I don't really have anything else going on. There's no lookalike data. It's purely interests. So what I did with this scaling campaign was I looked at what my top interests were across these 2 test campaigns across the 2 days. So over the 21st to the 22nd, I looked at that and I looked into what the top interests were, and there was only 3 of them out of the 3 that I've made did really well. So I duplicated them into that test campaign and let it run. As you can see, it's a little bit lower on the ROAS, but that is expected. When you start to scale to high numbers, your ROAS will start to take a little bit of a dip, but it was still really profitable. So anyway, this was working quite well. So then on the 23rd, I let it run a little bit longer, and again, as you can see, the ROAS dipped, but I spent 1,300 and made just over 3,000 on that 3rd day. Again, super profitable. It was doing about £2,000 to £2,500 a day in profit. But I think what you should take away from this is, you know, a winning product will reveal itself straight away. You don't need to spend hours and hours and hours building video ads and, you know, like product descriptions. Like, I had this product up and running and live in Facebook within 10 minutes. I found the product, imported it, created 3 or 4, I think it was 4 bullet points in the description, and then a couple of product photos underneath. Yeah, and I created that carousel ad on the fan page, and I launched that carousel ad to those 10 interests. That took me 10 minutes to put together. It was nothing. It wasn't a lot of effort, and it's done. I think I'm currently at just over £5,000 in profit in the last 2.5 days. So yeah, like, don't think about it too much. This is a new method that I'm currently working on, this new targeting campaign strategy. I'm actually going to go into this in a lot more detail in version 2 of the Advanced Dropshipping Academy. So the guys that are in the Academy already know about this, but I am updating the Academy. I'm working through that as we speak. So that will be going live very soon. But this sort of method that I've been playing around with will be in there as well. This is going to be like the main focus of the version 2 of the Academy. So if you're interested in learning more, make sure you check that out. If you have any questions about dropshipping, if you have any questions about this video or anything else on my channel, just make sure you drop a comment in the box below, because I am still answering everything. I kind of enjoy, you know, interacting with you guys and listening to the issues you have and then trying to help you out. That works really well, and you guys seem to like it as well, so let's just keep that going. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is kind of stuff that I put out there, so make sure you subscribe. You know, people are enjoying this. I think it's quite useful. So yeah, if you have any video recommendations you want me to go through, then yeah, drop them in the comments as well. Let me know, because creating content's quite hard. You know, this is all new to me, you know, so coming up with ideas, I'm finding that as a struggle to come up for ideas. So if there's stuff you want to see, let me know. But yeah, drop me a like, subscribe if you're new, and check out the links in the description because there's a bunch of useful stuff down there. And I will see you in the next one.